If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider liking it because I'm terrible at FIFA and I need all the self-esteem I can get. If you're interested in football shirts, football boots or anything football related, go check out my Depop. The link for that is also down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to Football Manager. This is Brentford and I have just made an error. I was recording the wrong screen and you were looking at the FIFA menu the entire time. And it's not just, oh, I've recorded the intro and now I've got to do it again. I played an entire game and I didn't even look over to this screen to see what I was recording. I just gathered that I was on the right one. What an idiot I am. I've just played the first leg of the Europa Conference League semi-final. I'm actually really annoyed that you didn't get to see it. You can see the goal. League table looks like this at the moment, though, before we get into that. We are 10th with 4 games left. I highly doubt we're going to make a challenge for 7th place now. We have Manchester United and Manchester City left to play. So we're more than likely going to have to settle for 11th. Maybe, just maybe, we struggle a little bit and end up in 12th or 13th place. Chelsea, by the way, what has happened there? They are in 14th place. It doesn't look like they can drop any further, but still, that is shocking. They could go 46 points. They could go 12th with a win, to be fair, but still, that's still unbelievable. Leeds are knocking on the door of Champions League football, which is just crazy to think, because last season they didn't even make Europa League or even the conference. I think they were mid-table, so I don't know how they've managed to pull that off. Anyway, I'm really annoyed. We played unbelievably well against Lille away from home. We managed to beat them 1-0. They didn't get a shot on target. They had 4 shots in total. Their XG was like 0.10. Yeah, 0.10. It was absolutely horrific. They didn't have one highlight where they attacked. We had 3 or 4 highlights where I thought maybe we could have scored a couple more goals. It was a packed stadium, as you can see. Just going to load up the game. At least I'm hoping I can load up the game. Where is... No? No, we don't need to see it. We do need to see it. They need to see the goal. What? No, we're not going to see it. No, okay, we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. It's not... Never had this before. I do apologise. If you look at the... Can I just go on... There we go. Watch the goals. It was too soon. We had to wait for it to go on Match of the Day first before we could... I don't think Champions League or Europa League games go on Match of the Day. I don't even think conference highlights go on anything, to be honest. Let's just watch the goal then. It was from a corner, but it got nodded down. It wasn't a direct goal from a corner. Griffo plays it in. Wallace nods it across and Firmino is there. I don't think it's going to show a replay of that, which is unfortunate. Wallace didn't go for goal. I swear to God, he just nodded it across the goal. Griffo is... sorry, not Griffo. I just read his name there. Wallace is told to attack the near post. But I don't think he intended to go for goal there. You could see that it was a glancing header. We drew against Chelsea after the Partizan game. That's not really an achievement, though, given how bad Chelsea have been this season. We probably should have won. And we beat Fulham 2-1. This game was, I would say, dead and buried after the first 13 minutes, because we did go 2-0 up in 13 minutes. Tales Magno, though, starting instead of Firmino, because I wanted to rest him for the game that he was about to play against Lille. Tactical genius, because he scored in that game. But the one thing I want to show you here, if the game is going to let me, is this Tales Magno goal. This gave me the confidence to not go out and sign Firmino. Don't get me wrong, Firmino is probably going to be one of the best players in the game at some point. And he's valued at stupid money and we can buy him for 31 million after the season is done. If I have the money, I may very well exercise the option and loan out someone like Tales Magno or even sell Petagna because we've got Adiemi coming as well. So we're not going to need like 5 strikers. It's just not a thing. But this goal gave me so much confidence in his ability going forward because he's still only, 19, 20. I mean, the position that he's in, the space he finds himself in, and the finish is unreal. It is cultured. That's the word we're going to use. I really liked it. Bastoni deserves plaudits as well because that's a great ball. But that, he's on the the D outside the area. I mean, that is ridiculous skill to be able to lob the goalkeeper, who, by the way, was inside his own 6-yard box when he got lobbed, which is crazy. But as you didn't get to see that first leg, the thing is, I don't care about the Manchester City game. We'll go and play the second leg against Lille. If we win, well, it's just going to be the straight-up final. We'll play the final. So the team I've selected to play the second leg is almost identical to the team that played the first leg. There are, unfortunately, a couple of changes that had to be made. Wallace has got himself injured. He'll be out for about a month. He suffered a thigh strain in training. He also missed the Manchester City game. We lost that game 1-0. A Gabriel Jesus goal in the 5th minute was enough to see us out. I played the most rotated team I could in that one. The only player that I didn't rotate that I could have was the goalkeeper. I should have maybe rested him because he's still lacking fitness. But I wanted at least half a chance, you know, because if you go into a game, you're not going to go into it and go, right, well, I'm going to throw this away. I'm happy to lose it. We will lose it. In fact, I might score 3 own goals to help them. I want to go into it at least with half a chance of winning. Had to play Adedokan, which just sounds like a Street Fighter move. It really does. But he had to play at left wing back because Barisic injured, Bastoni was injured, and I wanted to rest Mbabu, so Maitland-Niles had to play on the right. Turns out Maitland-Niles now has to play after he's just played against Manchester City. So Aguerd comes into the defence instead of Wallace. Nianzou hasn't played particularly well. The fans were calling for his head after the Manchester City game. I'm going to stand my ground. I've got faith in him. Let's get into this game. So I did go through it, but obviously I wasn't recording the right screen. I went through it last time. They have actually rotated a lot. I don't know whether it's for the better or for worse. Patrice, he comes in to the defence. He wasn't there before. I don't know who it was. It was a guy that I didn't recognise. I'm trying to look. Selleck played. He's not now. He's on the bench. Botman wasn't on the bench last time. Balotore wasn't on the bench, or even Xhaka wasn't on the bench either. So those three, they weren't starting. They weren't even in the squad. So those 3 players have come back. So they may have had some injury issues last time we played them, which would explain how it was so easy to stop them from progressing beyond our midfield. Does leave me with a few questions now, though. Is it going to be as comfortable as it was in the first leg? It worries me slightly, but there we are. We have this really weird shape that does work. It just does at the moment. For the teams that I feel like are stronger than we are, they are still playing that 4-4-2. They played that in the first leg. It is like, and I said it at the time, what a kit clash we have going on here. Why are they playing in red? Why are they not playing? What colours do Lille have? All white or all red? We should have played in our away kit, really. They should have played in the third kit. I mean, that's just shocking. I mean, they would be, if we lose this, I'm gonna say that the players are gonna blame the fact that they couldn't tell who was who, because I can't. I mean, you kind of can, but at the same time, you'd think at least wear white shorts. Both teams have got black shorts, black socks, and red on their top. This is more of the ball than Lille saw in the entire first leg, by the way, so I'm a little bit concerned. I literally can't tell who's who. This is shocking. Jonathan Bamba down that left-hand side. Yazidzi, who have nearly signed quite a few times in this save already. Jonathan David in our goal. What a challenge. The goalkeeper has just stood still because he couldn't believe how good the tackle was, and Yunus has put it into the back of the net, and all of a sudden, all that good work we've done in the first 90 minutes has been wiped out inside of 13. That challenge there is challenge of the season. Goalkeeper, couldn't believe it. Look how short the goalkeeper is, by the way. How tall is Raya? He must be not much taller than my phone. He was very, very small compared to the centre-back. There he is, picks up the ball. He does look very small. There we go. It looks a little bit bigger now. Can I get away with doing it one more time? 2 more times? There we go. We are up to the line now. I can see everything. We need a goal, obviously. But we need to start playing a little bit better. Lovely flick. Have to admire that. Aguerd back to the goalkeeper. Okay. I mean, if we were winning 1-0, I'd be all for it, but we're not. Griffo, good ball to Maitland-Niles. No one in the penalty area at all. Now there is. Declan Rice feeds it to Aguerd. Our centre-back has just scored. And he, not for the first time this season. I remember he scored another goal from a corner quite early on in the season. But that is an outrageous goal. And that is why playing attacking centre-backs can pay off. That is an unbelievable strike from the centre-back. And he was a last-minute decision to play him as well over Stanisic. Stanisic was in there, and I thought, you know what? No, Aguerd suits their role just a little bit better. He's got more experience. Let's play Aguerd. Bang. And he makes it level on the night, and we are 2-1 up on aggregate. I would be happy if we didn't see another highlight until the Manchester United game, to be honest. Half-time. No messing. Just straight back into it. I will sort out the team talks, I promise, at some point. I'm not guaranteeing it'll be for the next video, because I will forget. But I will do it at some point. The last game of my Brentford career, I'll remember to do it, I guarantee it. Bamba bursts through the middle. Good tackle by Mbabu, who wasn't really fazed by him trying to run away from him. Seguin is playing his third consecutive game. He must be in dreamland. Look at that for a ball. Griffo in on goal. Can he finish? Yes! That should do it. Referee doesn't want to know about VAR. Neither do I. Get that out of here. We are 2-1 up on the night. 3-1 up on aggregate. That probably will do it. Well, if it doesn't do it, then I'm going to look like a fool for saying that. What a ball that is from Firmino. 4 players in the way. How did he even know he was there? Good finish. Keeper, absolutely no chance. Goes more to his near post. Ends up on his knees. And Griffo has done what the fans believe he can do. The fans love Griffo. Every single time you look at social media, and they're saying, oh yes, Griffo is in the team. That means we're going to win, blah, blah, blah. Griffo has to start. Griffo on the corner. Ball into Aguerd, who nearly got his second. I say that. He nearly headed it. Mbabu to Griffo. Back out to Mbabu. Can he whip this in? It's going to go back to Seguin, isn't he? No, he goes into Firmino. This comes back out to Seawald. Griffo. Long highlight here. Mbabu. I would just say hold it in the corner. Probably a little bit too early to be doing that. And Mbabu plays it into Maitland-Niles, who has a header that goes past the post. I don't really want to change too much here, but I do feel like we should make a change. Maitland-Niles himself actually needs to come off because he's tired. And I can understand why, because not 2 days ago he played a full 90 against Manchester City. I had no other option. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he did. No, he did. He didn't play a full 90. He came off, actually, from Mbabu. Why are you tired? You had half a game. I actually don't have another option. I don't think Mbabu can play left wing back. Can he? I mean, he kind of can. Oh, do I risk that, really? I've decided to bring Stanisic on instead of Griffo. We're going to go for a left back. So he's going to drop further back than what Maitland-Niles was playing, but he is still a wing back on support. It looks really weird, but it's not too dissimilar to the system we were playing already anyway. It should be fine. I have brought on Maksimovic for Declan Rice as well. Let's praise the boys. Made the mistake in the last game to encourage them, despite the fact that they were winning 1-0 and they weren't very happy about it. So if I praise them, it might make things a little bit better. And Barbu down this right-hand side. Good ball in needed. It wasn't. Stanisic on this left now to Maksimovic. 2 substitutes combining. Referee needs to look at that. That was a bit dodgy. Aguerd plays a ball in. Firmino's there. Referee will look at VAR. I mean, to be fair, mate, you need to look at yourself in the mirror because that was a foul on the edge of the area. I'm adamant. So if you don't give us the goal here, then you need to give us a free kick or something because that was daylight robbery. It's been disallowed. I'm not happy. Far from it, to be honest. There, that's a foul. Referee says no. Aguerd plays... Fair enough, he is offside. But that's not the point. We should have had a free kick on the edge of the area. We are still winning 3-1 on aggregate. I've got to remember that. Even if we concede here, we are still going through to the final. So we need... I might put it on cautious. Even before they score, which is probably what they're about to do. I put it on cautious. Good ball in. He looked offside. He missed anyway. Luckily. I don't want to encourage them because obviously we are winning. We've got 2 minutes left. That's it. We are in the final of the Conference League. I am so happy that we've managed to do that. Very, very chuffed. I did not think we'd be able to beat Lille. In the end, it wasn't actually that difficult to beat them. They gave us a very, very concerning 10 minutes or so when they went 1-0 up. What was the minutes that things happened here? So they scored in the 14th minute, and literally by the 23rd minute we'd regained our lead, and then just after half time we'd more or less secured the victory. Marseille, as predicted, beat Real Sociedad, so we will play Marseille in the final. The season is done, and it did not end well. I made every effort to rest players where possible. The only game there out of the 3 that we had left that I didn't really rest that many was Bournemouth, because I actually tried to keep the fitness up because I didn't want to just leave them there for 2 weeks without playing. And we got a 1-1 draw against a really struggling Bournemouth side, and then we lost against Wolves. It wouldn't have really made an awful lot of difference to the season, but it would have given us that little bit more confidence going into the final against Marseille, which, by the way, happens 3 days after the Wolves game. We're a day away. We're on the morning before. It is very frustrating to last season have finished 7th to this season being so far off the pace. I mean, we were 11 points off Aston Villa, who ended up finishing 7th. Barisic injured himself again, so he's out for the rest of the season. He's going to miss the final. And Barbu will miss the final. Wallace will miss the final. So 3 first-team players out injured. Adidokun has not been registered for this competition because we didn't have enough room. So this is the team I have to work with. These are the players. Now, we do have another day to recover. So even though these aren't fully fit, I'm kind of hoping that they're going to gain just a little bit more fitness. I really hope they do gain a little bit more, because at the moment it's just not enough at all. I am going to play the defensive style that beat Lille, because we beat them twice using that system. Griffo, where are you? You're going to come back in. We beat Lille away from home and at home by using this system. I'm going to play the same team that beat them as well. That's as close as I can get it. Nianzou at the back with Aya, Guerd, who is a little bit more experienced than the rest. Who is it? Osifo and Stanisic. They're good players, and I think they're going to be better than Guerd going forward. But for this, we need some experience. Bastoni will start. Seguin has been fantastic in European football. He will obviously play. And yeah, it's exactly the same team. Marseille line up like this. Look how many subs they have compared to us. Wallace and Barisic have made the subs bench, incidentally, because they have just come back. If I'm desperate in the final 20 minutes, I'm going to risk their lives, and I'm going to, well, maybe not Wallace, but I'll throw Barisic on to see if he can create anything. The Marseille team, they don't have too many players that I recognise that weren't there already. Porto has come in from, I think, Real Sociedad. Milik is there, of course. Under. Alex Telles has signed for Marseille, apparently, in this universe. And Pau Lopez is the goalkeeper, which I think is actually the keeper in real life. It's all right. I can't see anyone on the bench. El Arabi, I think, is the Sevilla striker. Is he Moroccan in real life? Amavi is on the bench as well. And yeah, not really many that I do recognise and that would really worry me. So our run of form, bad. But you can kind of disregard the last 3 games if we're honest. The only reason you can't disregard them in total and completely is because it has affected morale quite bad. No kit clash, I'm happy to report. And here we go, we're underway. Should have put a tie on, I do apologise. Bastoni has been booked in the first minute. Fantastic. The game against Manchester United, by the way, we lost 1-0. Harry Maguire scored in the first minute, and I had one highlight for the rest of the game, and it was a non-highlight. It was one of those that just didn't really serve a purpose, and that was the end of it. So I don't think we played badly against Manchester United. Anyway, let's not talk about them during a cup final. I didn't think I'd actually get to a cup final this soon, so if we're not going to win it, I will be very upset, but I will understand. Marseille are probably a better team than we are. Larola plays a ball over the top, and Tongaya has just scored and there is no VAR check. We are 1-0 down in the cup final. Oh, well, we had to do it the hard way then, aren't we? Let's go to balanced. And I will encourage the players as well. It's a good ball over. I don't really think... I think maybe Aguerd should have been a little bit more alert to that ball. But apart from that, it's just a good pass in the end of the day. Let's encourage the team. Having gone 1-0 down, that might help us bounce back. We're not playing terribly by the looks of things. We've got more of the ball and we've got a shot and such. Under with a corner, cleared. We're not going to get there, and they're going to have another chance here unless we can nick it off them, which is not going to happen because Under is going to run through us all. Milik, Tongaya, Conrad back to the goal scorer, and it's a good save from the keeper. That would have made things very difficult going into the second half. Speaking of second half, we're going to have a big change around, I think. Corner comes in, it's cleared. Here's Alex Tellez to Under again. He's been the danger man, to be fair. Porto on the edge, goes for goal. It's blocked. I've got no idea that. My depth perception was way off then. I had no idea what was going on. Ball's gone out for another corner. Sustained pressure from Marseille. Ball whipped in again. Near post cleared by Aguerd. And we're going to get there this time, although there's no highlight. And that is half-time. Like I said, though, we are changing things up because this isn't working. Griffo moves back in to the middle. Onuachu to come on for Seguin. And we are going back to the system that... Where is pressing forward? There it is. We're going back to the system. I'll keep that on support. That we were playing the entire season, basically. The one that got us to this final in the first place. Let's go back to playing slightly more attractive football. And yeah, we'll use the offside trap. Why not? And there we go. I don't think I'll make any more sort of personnel changes. I'm happy with the team. We're not playing amazingly well, but we were set up for defensive purposes. So we've got Onuachu on now. We've got essentially one of our top goal scorers. He had 20 goals in the Premier League. So that should hopefully spur us on. We just need to create more. I really don't want to lose this. We have a corner. They have nerfed corners, by the way. Aguerd near post. They've nerfed them, but not for Aguerd. There was an update recently that nerfed near post corners because they were very, very overpowered. Aguerd did not get the memo, and he has nodded one in from the near post, ironically. FM, if you're watching, you've not done a very good job. The guy on the line there, I think it might have been Onuachu, blocking the vision of the keeper, which was fantastic, and he was onside as well, so it was allowed. We starting to get a foothold now. Maitland-Niles says he wants to come off. Seawold says he wants to come off. They've got a highlight. Seawold's gone off injured. Oh my days. If they score now, it's an injustice. Ball played in, and it's over the bar. We need to take Seawold off. Maitland-Niles is half dead as well. Who do we have on the bench? Maksimovic? Deal. Maksimovic on. I've got one more sub left. I'm going to bring on Barisic. It's a fairy tale moment. I'm not 100% sure this is a good idea, if I'm honest, because he's technically still injured. But someone needs to come off, and it may as well be Bastoni. Literally a 50-50. Shall I praise them? Probably not. If we concede now and I praise them as well, that's not going to go down well. Ball played over to Nianzou. We have got the ball. Keep it. Don't give it away. Let it be our highlight. Declan Rice. Good ball to Maitland-Niles. Inside to Firmino. Back to Nianzou. Into Declan Rice. Good ball through to Firmino. Back across goal. All a bit panicky here. All a bit panicky. Maksimovic. Declan Rice. Played out wide, mate. There you go. Born a barrel, guys. But it's built for him. It really is. Barisic. To Onuachu. Oh! That is trademark Brentford. That's what we're built for. We're built for Barisic to Onuachu, and it nearly paid off there. We're going to have another opportunity. Maitland-Niles down on this right-hand side. You can see it because 3D. It's Maksimovic with a ball in. It's Onuachu, and it's a goal. And he's onside, and now I don't know what to do. Oh, do I shut up? I can't shut up shop. I can't make a sub. I've got 3 attacking players on. To be fair, since we changed the system, we've been the much better team, and they've not had a highlight, touch wood. But we could be about to win a cup final, lads. That is an outrageous ball in, and Onuachu is made for those moments. Can I do anything to sort of compact it maybe? Should we just play cautious? You can't, right, hang on, let me just test this. You can't make more than 3 subs. You've got to test it because they change rules every 5 minutes, right? In the Italian league, you can make 5 subs because they brought it in through COVID, I think. Or was that just a thing anyway? I think it was COVID. So, yeah, you've got to test it. I can't make any subs. The defence is dead. Like, they're not going to survive an onslaught. I really don't see it happening. Can Griffo play centre mid? He can. I'm going to move Declan Rice. I'm going to bring Griffo back. I'm going to go cautious. I won't go defensive. I'm going to go cautious. Can Nino play cam? No, should have brought on Thales Magno. And we'll keep the line as it is, I think. And we'll just do that. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do. I've just praised the boys as well. So they should be quite happy with that shout because we are winning 2-1 in a cup final with 10 minutes left. Ball played over the top. Aya, great defensively. Maximovic, hold on to it, mate. Firmino, we've got a highlight immediately from the goal. Onuachu to seal it. The linesman has flagged. The referee is looking. We are going to VAR. This could be the difference between winning a cup final and not. Get in. Onuachu is an absolute legend. He hasn't scored in his last 6 games, 7 games. He's just popped up with 2 of the most important goals he will ever score. We are about to win, on cautious defensively, mind. We're about to win the Europa Conference League final. And I've never been happier in my life. We've turned this game around. We went 1-0 down and I just switched the system and it seems to have worked. They cannot cope. Onuachu is going to get... He's not injured. He just wants the plaudits. He's going to get cheered off the pitch. We're actually going to do false 9 for Nino because he's going to have to come back and support. Let's do support playmaker there. We'll put Declan Rice as an anchor in front of the back 3 because I really now don't want to lose this game. I mean, it's highly unlikely they get 2 goals in 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Stranger things have happened. Now we can begin to dream. There it is. We've won and we're going to get to watch the presentation. This is the only thing you don't get to see if you watch things in 2D. And that rhymed, and I meant it to be fair. But if you watch things in 2D, you don't really get to see it. They just, all the dots gather in the middle, literally on top of each other, and you don't see anything. But we're actually going to get to see us lift the trophy. Oh, hey! I'm chuffed. I'm genuinely chuffed to beans. I cannot believe I'm wearing a purple tracksuit. I can't believe we've just won that, to be fair. We've beaten 2 of France's best to get the Lille in... Why am I purple? Lille in the semi-final, Marseille in the final, and we are kind of champions of Europe, I guess. I mean, champions of the Conference of Europe, but I swear, when they scored that goal, I had absolutely no faith. Look how well we did, though, by the end of that game. 92% pass completion, 58% possession, 1.93 XG. As they scored that goal to make it 1-0, our XG was 0.3 or something. It was really bad. And we'd only managed 1 shot on target. We didn't have more of the ball than they did. We just went back to our normal system, pushed it all up a little bit, and it just worked. And I am chuffed. And we finished the game with 10 men as well, which just makes... I mean, okay, it was only 6 minutes, but still made it very impressive. So on that note, I imagine this episode is going to be particularly long, so we're going to call it there. Paul Onuachu has broken his ankle right at the end of that game and will be out for between 3 and 4 months, which means he might be... Was it May, June, July, August, September? I mean, he might be back for... He's going to be back for the season at some point. He's probably going to need an awful lot of rehabilitation. If he is out for 4 months, he's not going to be back until the end of September. And then he's going to need a good few weeks of rehabilitation and ease him back into football. So he's probably not going to be back until mid to end October, which is a massive shame for him. It is a shame for us as well, but we do have enough cover. That's the good thing about this. because we have Adeyemi coming in. We still have Patania, who I now don't need to get rid of because Onuachu's going to miss the first couple of months of the season. And we have got Telles Magno as well. I just hope that Telles Magno can live up to Firmino's standards and Adeyemi can live up to Paul Onuachu's goal-scoring prowess, because he has got 32 goals this season, which is huge. But that's where we're going to call it, incidentally, because I will start the next episode with the end of season review, and then of course we'll look at potential signings when we get our budget for the season. We have been given 4.2 million for beating Marseille in the final. All those players have been given medals for participating in the competition. Do you know what? I'm really happy for Seguin. Clutched him from the bottom of the Bundesliga. Where is he? Bottom of the Bundesliga, got 1 assist in the competition, played a 7.08 in the entire competition, and was just brilliant. I cannot believe I've bought him. Ignore what you're looking at there. Ignore all this. I didn't look at this when I bought him. I looked at his return in the league. The amount of blocks he made, tackles he made, the amount of times the team won when he was in the team, and that's why I signed him. It had nothing to do with stats. On paper, he's nowhere near as good as the rest of our team. However, he is fantastic. What else? Apparently, I'm one of the top Welsh managers. Well, I could have told you that. And yeah, that's it. We have added our very first trophy into our cabinet. We cannot praise Onuachu, apparently. The moment's gone. He's gone to hospital, and I'm apparently not going to go visit. But that concludes a very bipolar season. We've only had 2 Conference League competitions. Spurs won the first one, and another Premier League team, Brentford, has won the second one. Interestingly enough, it would be interesting to see who wins the next one. See if it's another Premier League team. League competition-wise, abysmal. Absolutely shocking end to the season. And then FA Cup, knocked out by Manchester City. Carabao knocked out by Manchester City. I mean, you can't really take too much from that. The positive signs here, Telles Magno finished top, our top goal scorer in this competition. And he had a very high match rating as well. Most assists, Paul Seguin. Go on, mate. So we do have a good striker to replace Firmino if we can't afford to buy him. But in the next episode, you'll find out exactly how much money we have to spend and what it looks like we're going to be able to do next season. I will remain Brentford manager for another season and see what happens. I'm not against moving away at any point, but I would like to try and stay and see if we can turn this team into a Champions League side. That is the goal, ultimately. If you have enjoyed this episode of the Brentford Save, though, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.